YouTube, Knight16 here, and today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a mini paracord snake. Okay, so the first thing you'll be needing is move all this out of the way. You'll be needing something to measure with, a lighter, and something to cut the paracord with. So the paracord you'll need a piece of 1 foot 550 paracord. That's what you'll need. That'll be your core. Next, you will need around 6 feet of 95-pound test paracord. You can get this at Hobby Lobby and eBay, some other places. So what you do first is we'll take this and we're gonna need this. I'm just basing this off after one. We're gonna need about, let me measure this so I can tell you. We're gonna need about 3 inches off of this. And that will be our tongue. There's no need to singe this, but go ahead and singe this part so it don't come hard on you. Okay, so we'll toss this aside but keep it. Now, we'll take this and fold it in half, and we'll do the exact same thing to the 95-pound test paracord. So what you do is you make a loop at the top and then scoot this down, and depending on how much loop you want is where you start it at. And like I said, you can get by with about 5 to 5.5, and it also depends on how big you want your snake, but I think you'll find the snake we're going to be making today will be the perfect size. So that's getting about right. I'm going to take one off because what we're going to do next is put the tongue in. I'm actually going to take 2 off. Now the tongue is sort of important. It really gives it the nice look. Like I said, this is about 3 inches, and what you do is take your scissors, knife, whatever, and you cut off the cap and you just take out all the inner strands, and you want to make sure to melt it flat. Can you see that? You want it flat, just like that. And the reason why is because we're going to be shoving it between these two. And so then the other end you're going to be cutting off, but I just am in the habit of melting it anyway. So then we take this and you take these 2 pieces inside and you pull them apart. Actually, before you do this, getting ahead of myself, you build one lace, but you don't pull it tight. Now you pull this apart and you shove this in between, and if you're using gloves you're gonna have to take them off to do this because this is one of the most irritating parts. It took me forever to find a way that was actually easy, but that's pretty good, and it'll come quicker with time, as anything. So now you build a couple on here, and really the truth is the higher up the tongue is, the better it'll be, really, because you don't want your tongue coming out. And I found that out the hard way. So just be wary of that. So we'll keep coming up here, and that's getting about right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take your scissors and cut these 2 off as flat as possible. See that? Take the other one, make sure you don't cut the tongue off. There you go. Take your scissors, scissors lighter, and singe it, and sort of don't let it stand up too much or you'll be able to see it. Although this will be the head, and so it will cover up pretty good anyway, but just try to be as neat as possible. And the way people know that you know what you're doing is the little details. So don't just throw off on the little details, work on them. So then you take your paracord and you pull it on there as much as you can. And see, you can sort of see it right there, but that's okay because we'll be covering it up. Now what you want to do is you want to do one more on the tongue, and what that does is first it latches the tongue on more. Nextly, which that is a word, you go on the tongue. So there you go, that's our snake. Now we turn it around and we start building on the other one. Now when you are building near the tip, you want to pull it down as hard as you can, because if you don't, it won't be quite as pointed, which really that's what you want, is this nice point on your snake. This is where gloves does come in handy if you're not used to doing paracord. And by gloves I mean go buy you a 3-pack of cheapo brown Brahma gloves and cut the thumbs out of them. That really does work good. So now we build up here, and let me count. 1, 2, we're gonna do 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can experiment with this if you want to, but I've come up with a head that I like pretty good. 7. You know, the number 7 is completion, so it's pretty good, don't you think? So there we go. Starting to look like a snake now, isn't it? So now what we do is we turn it around one more time and we do 1, then stop. Because this snake, unless you're trying to make a blind snake, is going to need some eyeballs. Now you can go crazy with this. Here's my beads. You can go crazy with this, and you could put, let's see what we got here. You could put red eyes on there. Let me put this out of the way so you can see that. You can put red on there, which might not look too bad. Look pretty cool. White eyes. I really like white eyes on a snake. They really, really look good on about any color. See that? So white eyes would look pretty nice. But really, for this one, I don't think you can beat black eyes. I just think that it looks good because normally and typically that's what I'll do, is I'll do the color of the core. So to put them on, the way you know which one's going to be across is, do you see that hump on this side? You put it on the loop of the hump on the side. That's also how you know which side you're on, which one to make the loop for beginners. And for experts alike, I guess. So you take that on there and you pull it really tight. And every time you pull it, you push the eyes over another one. There you go. About like that. Should be good. Let's see. Yeah. Like that. Now, it's looking pretty good, but we want at least one more. Now this is pretty important because you want to lock the eyes down. So we're going to do a 3 down. 1 without, 1 with, and then 1 without. So that's that look. Then if you want to, you can come on. See if I can do this upside down. True test of a paracord, right? Take that. Or we could do that, which I'm going to do with this one because I think it looks better on this one. What do you think, Cap? Captain Tactical's video on for me. So we pull that really tight, and that's our snake right there. So now we're just going to hurry up, put this off. I'll tell you one thing, we need a name for this snake. Normally, I leave that up to the people, and yeah, that might be a little goofy, but I like to name my snakes. I think this one's deserving of a name. And I'm not so sure what to name it. So I'll tell you what, you leave in the comments what to name it, and I'm gonna put this on my keychain and carry it around until I find a worthy owner for this snake. And please don't comment Larry, that's already taken. So I thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you subscribe for more videos like this. I've got a fish coming up soon that I've designed, and I'm not really a designer, but I have come up with a few designs. So until next time, this has been Knight16. Night out.